Hello, this is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City. A little over a year ago, it was Christmas before last, I was at my brother-in-law's house in Florida, and he has the television all the time, and I was doing a binge watch on HGTV on a show that I had never seen before called Fix or Flop. Yeah, I know I called it Fix or Flip on the video. I did right after that, but yes, it's Fix or Flop. It has turned out to be the most successful video I've ever done if you just want to talk about views and comments. Now, the crazy thing about these views and comments, even today, is that I have people wishing me so well. For instance, the one gentleman who told me, "I hope that you die soon." I thought, well, that might be just a little extreme for disagreeing with a reality television show. Or the person that called me a dumbass hick from Oklahoma, and because I don't live in Los Angeles, I don't know squat. Well, I really do. I've been doing this for 26 years. I'm highly educated. I'm highly successful, but that's okay. If you want to call me names, I know pretty much you don't know what you're talking about because you've got to come up and fight ideas with ideas. Now, on the other hand, last week I was in Topeka, Kansas, and this was right before I was about to give a speech to the Kansas Association of Realtors. I've been invited to do that. And I had a young man, I think he was from Ohio, call me up. Very nice young man. He was really mad at me, I promise you that. And he said, "Look, I'm really mad at you. This is a real program and you're making fun of them and I don't like that." Well, we had a nice small conversation. I wish I really could have talked to him more because he seemed like a really good young man. And he was very respectful of me. He didn't call me any names or wish me dead. But I told him, I said, that's great. That's what America's about. It's about being able to agree to disagree and to talk about it. And I appreciated his passion. He really loved this show. And I think that's great. But I think also everybody is missing the point of what I said. Now, there was one red flag that I will never forget out of the show. And honestly, I didn't think it was for real at all. And that is when those two folks went all in on a house that they didn't have inspected, which they should have. And they were broke. They had put every dime that they had into it. And he went to his mother and asked her to take an equity line of credit loan on her home to help him out. And something, to me, if that's for real, I can't handle that. That's reprehensible to me. I would never do that to my mother. If my mother needed money, I would have always given it to her, but I would have never taken anything in that particular respect. But that's reality television. But that's not the point either. The point is that people watch that show and they think they can do it. Or they go to a seminar like a Robert Kiyosaki seminar that comes through, the guy that does Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and encourages them to get rich quick in terms of doing fixing and reselling. And something, most of the people who come to me don't have the capacity to do this. And I'll give you an example. I had one couple basically come to me and said, "We want you to find us a home. We're going to do this fix and flip." And I said, "Well, where's your financing coming from?" "Well, we have a hard money lender." And you know what that means? It means they don't have any money. They don't have good credit. And what a hard money lender is going to do is say, "I'm going to give you a loan at 14% interest. I'm going to charge you 5 points cash up front that you have to pay for me to give you a loan. And I'm going to be on ownership of that house until you sell it." Because basically when you read the fine print, they want to circumvent the normal foreclosure laws as if you had a Fannie Mae loan or a bank loan. And that's just not right. And I want you to know that I'm experienced at this. Before my wife and I met, we're both realtors. And probably between the two of us, we've fixed and flipped maybe 100 homes between the two of us. We know the risk involved. We also had the cash to do it. We had the cash to lose. I have people that do wonderful work above $1 million on fixing and flipping, but they lose money from time to time. One gentleman didn't detect leaks in the slab. And what happened was they had to tear up the whole slab, replace the plumbing, redo the concrete and the foundation. Instead of making $100,000, they lost $60,000. That's a pretty big swing. But he's an ex-builder, he's got a lot of cash, and basically that one lost money, but maybe 10 others make money. You've got to be able to do that. So if you want to fix or flip, don't do it like a reality television show. Do it like someone that can afford, as an individual, to do this full time. It's not part-time work. And if you're going to come to me, basically, you're going to need a bank loan. You're not going to need a hard money loan. You're going to need a bank loan. And you're going to need at least $50,000 in reserve in order for you to be able to take the risk that you do in order to not have to go, I don't have the money and I'm in foreclosure and my family is ruined. So you've got to be able to have the wherewithal to do this. If you have that, I'm happy to work with you because there are people here and around the country that do make money at this professionally. But it's not work for amateurs because there is a tremendous risk involved. Probably one of the highest risks in real estate is in fixing and flipping. If you're willing to do that, if you have the cash reserves to do that, if you have the mentality and the ability to do that, you're good to go. But understand that reality television that's backed by a network, advertisers, and sponsors with people getting a salary is not the same as you. Now, one other message I have out there, and that's to Tariq, if somebody talks to you about this, who is one of the hosts of that show. Understand that he got cancer and that he got a cancer diagnosis because a lump was coming out of his neck. I want you to know the same thing happened to me in 2008. My wife said, you've got to go see a doctor. Typical guy, I don't want to do it, but she forced me to do it. And I had that kind of cancer in my throat. That was 2008. I just got back from Houston with my 7th year free from cancer diagnosis. I wish the same thing for you. Cancer is a terrible thing, no matter who it happens to. And I wish you the best. I wish you a full recovery because life after cancer when you're a survivor is very, very sweet. And if you've been a cancer survivor, you don't want to lose one person. That's a defeat. And that's the most important thing in life, not a television show. This is Joe Pryor of virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, where we deliver traditional real estate values at the speed of technology.